Welcome back to CuboldCast. Today we'll be talking about some of the best free games that you can play. So Chug, you're excited for Hitman 3, right?
Yeah.
You've been counting down the days ever since you pre-ordered.
What is it? As it comes out the same day that this podcast is coming out.
Does it actually?
Yeah,
When's it coming out?
tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
I saw today on YouTube that multiple people were making reviews on it.
What is the general consensus so far?
Watched anything, so I don't know anything, but I have a ACG on my my taskbar ready to be watched after we're done recording.
Yes.
I really like how they improved the mechanics between the first and second games. Like, it was definitely noticeable.
Wait, Chuck, you were saying what were you saying before? They're basically what, like tripling down on the content here?
Okay, so how it worked with Hitman 1 to 2, right? There were like, for the first game, they came out in like episodes, like each map. And what they changed that in 2. So when 2 came out, it all came out at once.
Right.
But they remastered Hitman 1's levels in Hitman 2's mechanics. And in the graphic style.
Yeah.
That's what the same thing they're doing with Hitman 3. They're taking Hitman 1 and 2's like maps, remastering them, making them have better graphics and all like the cool new reflections and stuff.
I don't know if you'd call that remastering. It's just
No.
They added the new effects in there.
Oh yeah.
So
true.
wait, okay. So is it just straight up the maps, or is it like are like the NPCs and like the weapons and like certain scenarios, are those placed into them, or is it just kind of like basically you get to play it on 3?
You get to play it on 3, but the graphics are better. I think the AI from 3 is put into 2, so it's a little bit improved. But
Interesting.
Wonder how that'll work out with the older missions. Like, they couldn't have changed it too much if they can just apply it to the older maps.
They didn't change it too much.
I remember when the first one came out, there was a lot of controversy because they released their game basically all in episodes, and people didn't like that. So I think with 2, they really came back hard and really made a name for the Hitman series.
They definitely improved it by a lot. I remember when that first happened, and I hated the fact that it was a single episode they gave you at the beginning, and then you had to pay for multiple episodes later on.
I think that's the reason why I actually didn't get into it at first.
Yeah, that's the same for me.
I got into it when all the episodes came out, like a year or two after, like when all the episodes were out, and I bought the game. I got like the game of the year or something, and it gave me everything, and I loved it.
See, I only played it when they had a free-to-play map. They had the Paris mission.
I think I did
with
that
the fashion
too.
designers. I only played it a few times when they had free-to-play weekends and stuff. But when 2 came out, I actually played through all those missions. So I liked the 2's missions a lot better than the first game's missions.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're all good.
I think I watched Chug, but I never played 2. Yeah.
I like the race car one a lot.
Yeah, that one's fun.
Like, you can sabotage the race car and it explodes when they
Wait,
start
Jay,
up,
you finished it?
like
You finished Hitman 2?
Yeah, I did. I mean, I didn't finish a lot of the side objectives. I played through the main stories.
There's like 10 or 12 main ways to kill the people inside each mission, but then there's hundreds of other mini ways to do them.
That's crazy.
It's kind of crazy.
I mean, talk about making the most out of a certain situation or map.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know.
So every single time you do it, it's different. Unless you do it the same exact way you did it before.
Yeah.
There weren't dramatically different, though. Like, one of them you electrocute him to death, and another one you shoot him. And it wasn't hugely different, and the scenarios were largely the same every time you played them, unless you had the alternate targets.
Yeah,
Wait,
true.
what's alternate targets?
There are the main targets that are in the story, but sometimes they give you alternate targets on those maps, like different people. So those were the biggest changes from mission to mission.
Yeah.
But besides that, the NPCs and the main enemies all have the same typical routines and an AI. So it's just up to you to figure out new ways to dispatch them.
Yeah. Get around them, take them out, stuff like that.
Yeah, I think
So
they're.
I'm curious to see how 3 is going to do.
Yeah, I think they really nailed down the gameplay model. So I think now it's just a matter of just throwing new maps out and bettering the mechanics and all that.
What I like about this one is how each Hitman has a specific color. Like the Hitman 2016 was gold, then Hitman 2 was pink, and now this one is red.
Wait, pink. Wait, you mean like the logo or? Oh,
The logo and how
The general color
the
theme.
general theme of the game.
Isn't red like the traditional color for Hitman?
It is, yeah. Red and white.
Hmm.
I bought Hitman Blood Money a while back, one of the older ones, and it's considered one of the best games in the series. You can definitely see the age when you play it, but it is really fun, surprisingly.
Is it similar to how the new ones are, or are the new ones kind of like a
No.
whole new model?
It's a new thing.
Yeah.
The new one's a new thing they did.
Now, I think I mentioned Absolution on the last
Yeah, you did.
podcast because we were talking about this. I didn't like that game at all.
Yeah, I think
It just didn't feel like Hitman.
after you mentioned it, I actually looked up some gameplay. It looked awful.
yeah.
Wait, what is it? So Hitman 3 is gonna be the final Hitman,
Oof. Are you sad?
and I mean, yes and no, because they're starting a new series after.
The 007 series?
It's a 007 series.
That sounds awesome.
So I don't know. I'm really curious to see how they're gonna do with that.
I don't know much about 007 besides I never seen the movies, but I have played GoldenEye 007.
The really
old-
old one, yeah.
The old GameCube one.
Yeah, what was that?
That's considered
not
a great
GameCube.
game, though.
And 64.
64. It
Yeah.
was, yeah. We used to play that at school, actually. Someone brought in a Nintendo 64, and we'd play GoldenEye.
Dude, the Nintendo 64 controllers.
Oh man.
They're weird, because when you play a game like that, you hold it in the middle prong.
Mhm.
Because it's not like the typical controllers now, where it has 2 handles.
There's
There were
three on them.
3 on the 64. So for FPS games, you held the middle handle, and there's a joystick in the center.
Yeah. It's weird, though, because like our generation, I grew up with some Nintendo 64. I remember some of the games. But mostly I remember GameCube and Wii, of course. But it's funny because if you talk to like my older brother and some of just a couple years older than us, people that are that grew up with the Nintendo 64, they love that controller, and it's like you can't argue with them. Like just the what do you call it, ergonomics of the controller is just odd. But for some reason they prefer that controller.
They grew up with it.
Yeah, it's like it's nostalgia. This is funny. This is kind of off topic, but I was talking to my brother about this. Him, Ben, and Gabe, they love Serious Sam, the old ones, like the very old, where you can't aim down sights. I don't think the new ones you can do that either. But it's funny because they keep trying to get me to play it, and it's funny because last time they were playing it, we had this not argument, but like this discussion where, my older brother Josh, he said, this is the greatest game ever. And then I was like, oh, really? Well, you can't really say that because you're subjective to your own nostalgic, inflation of the game or whatever. And he was like, and we were having this like fun discussion. It's all just for fun, but it's weird because nostalgia is such a strong tie that you can completely.
I think it's the biggest factor.
It is because you can neglect huge factors like the Nintendo 64 controller. Like obviously it's a terrible design, but it doesn't really matter because you grew up with that, so you love that controller.
It's the same thing with like Lego games for JJ and I. For Jay and I.
Yeah.
Because we grew up playing Lego games.
Right.
And like, I mean, I know you
I played
did
some
play
Star
them,
Wars
Kev,
and Indiana Jones,
but-
even though I never seen the Indiana Jones movies.
I mean, taking nostalgia out of account, though, those were still great games.
Actually, that's true. That is
Yeah.
true.
Even without
They had
nostalgia.
a lot.
They-
They had a lot of replayability.
There's a ton of content. The humor was kind of funny but when they didn't talk. I don't like how the Lego games talk now.
Yeah.
That just takes some of the charm out of it. And that's not nostalgia talking. It's just go watch comparisons and it's obvious.
Yeah.
But there were other games too that we used to play, like Mario 64. That we have nostalgia for that game. So
Yeah.
other games from that time period, I don't like as much because I never played it then.
Right. You guys still got to play Mario Sunshine and Mario Galaxy.
I keep trying to get Chug to send in that the Switch controller, the Joy-Con, to fix the drift.
Drift. Yeah.
It started a while ago and it's pretty bad.
Oh,
it's almost unplayable.
yeah. Another thing is like Joy-Cons and the Pro controller. I can't play. I mean, I can, but I highly prefer not to play those games with when I'm playing Smash Bros. I love to play with the GameCube controller because that's how I originally played it on the GameCube, and it's like one of those things where it's just like nostalgia, and it's almost like I made like a tie in my head where I'm like I can't play it well.
Well, you also built up muscle memory too.
Yeah, I mean, but the general like layout on like a Pro controller versus a GameCube controller is somewhat the same. Obviously, you know, like I think the A button is a lot bigger and stuff like that. But
I mean, I didn't play it a whole lot, but I personally couldn't get used to the GameCube controller.
yeah,
Like every time I switched to the Pro controller, I did so much better.
yeah. So it's like
and then I would practice with the GameCube one, and I just couldn't get it.
it's like that nostalgia thing.
You know what
like I
annoys
grew
me
up.
so much?
What's that?
Wait, what, Chug?
It annoys me so much when I see like the A, B, X, Y.
On what, the GameCube?
I don't know. On anything. Like, even though it's that controller, it just
Isn't that Nintendo?
I like seeing it's Nintendo and Xbox.
Oh.
But that's why I don't want to get into a lot of Switch games, because I'm not a huge fan of the layout of
the
like Xbox.
Wait,
and
you don't want to play
numerical
Switch
systems.
games
they have?
because of the symbol?
No. It's just I don't know. I'm a huge fan of the PlayStation buttons.
To me, it doesn't matter.
They look so simple.
I make the
know.
correlation in my
Yeah,
head
well-
already, because a lot of times when you play with a PS4 controller on PC, certain games don't have the PS4 controls on
That
there.
is true.
So I've automatically made that correlation with my head. Like triangle is also Y and stuff like that.
I think it's
I'm pretty sure
also
that's Y.
like
Hopefully I'm
there's
not messing that up.
universal controller configurations. Like X or A is obviously going to be like a jump, or Y or triangle is going to be switch weapon or something.
Yeah, and in a third person game, a lot of times square or I think it's X is going to be attack.
Well, actually, if you look at an Xbox controller or a PlayStation one, X is on the bottom, which is where B is on an Xbox controller
On what? A Switch?
or a Switch, because like circle is on the right hand side on the PS4 PS5 controller. So clicking that would be an A on the Xbox or the Switch.
Wait,
So it's like it's swapped.
I thought the where the X was on the PS4 and PS5 controller
No,
is where A is.
A is X. A is X, square is X, Y is triangle, and B is circle.
What?
yeah,
I'm looking at it
yeah,
right now.
square is X.
I'm looking at a
Wait,
picture.
X? No. Square. Oh wait, yeah, square is X. Blue X, right? A is green.
B is X on PS5.
What?
PS4, PS5.
No, it's not. I guarantee it's not.
What?
I'm looking
Hold on,
at
I
it
gotta
right
look
now.
up. 1 second.
I'm looking at it right here. A is on the right.
Oh, you're talking about Joy-Cons. That's a whole another story.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking
Xbox
about
is the
Xbox
same.
controller.
No, Xbox isn't the same as that. No.
It isn't?
Nope. They're different.
Okay, I'm just getting confused now.
Xbox is XABY. PlayStation is square triangle circle X.
I threw out the whole symbol thing a long time ago. Now I just kind of correlate with what the general configuration of those buttons will do.
Yeah, or I just learn the controls and
Yeah.
don't look at the symbols anyway.
Yeah, true.
I will say that the PS5 controller feels incredible.
It does.
It does, yeah. One thing I noticed, because Chug and I have both been playing a lot of Spelunky 2, and you need really precise movements for a lot of things in that game. I've noticed that the sticks on the PS5 aren't as sensitive.
They're a little bit bigger.
Hmm.
Like,
That's the thing. They're a little bit bigger, and so it takes a little bit more to move them.
no, they're smaller. Like, let me show you. I can prove it right now. It feels smaller to me. I don't know why. Let me see it.
might be the same size.
I wish we had a video.
We
Oh,
do
by the
need a
way,
video, yeah.
we have our new studio that
Oh,
we're setting
yeah.
up. So this is going to be probably our last podcast over Discord.
Most likely.
It
So
will be.
you won't have to deal with the annoying input delay and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we do want to get a video podcast up on
Yeah.
YouTube pretty soon.
Currently, I'm sound treating the room, so probably next podcast, yeah, we're definitely going to be able to do a podcast together finally. And Jay mentioned, yeah, video podcast. That's going to take a little more work, but we're working on it.
Because it'll be so cool to actually show what we're talking about.
Yeah, definitely.
Because we're messing around with controllers over here, and people can't see it on the podcast.
We'll have to make sure we have a controller sitting around so we can throw it up.
Yeah, we'll probably have a bunch of decorations all over the place.
Definitely, yeah.
Like controllers. Here, Chug.
It is nice to have a place where
they
we
actually
can
are
sit
bigger.
and kind of,
The sticks actually are bigger.
there are.
Oh, sorry,
the
we're on
PS5?
different topics. They're a tiny, tiny bit bigger. But to me, they felt smaller. I don't know why. Like when I was actually playing it, they felt smaller.
You can also use the D-pad too.
For Spelunky?
Yeah.
I
I
don't
know
if I wanna do that.
people who are speedrunners use D-pad.
Like, yeah, I could see that, but I personally don't want to do that.
Interesting.
You guys want to get into
Yeah, let's
the free
get out of
games
this
Yeah.
intro.
after our rant in the beginning?
So recently on our channel, ever since probably December, end of November, we've been doing free games videos because one of those videos took off. So we've just been doing lots of them and people really like them a lot. So we've played a lot of free games and there are some really, really good ones, but there are a lot of mediocre ones. Mediocre.
Mediocre.
Mediocre. There are a lot of really good ones we found though. They're the typical ones that everyone knows, but there are some that are kind of hidden gems we wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
I see Destiny 2 first on this list. We'll talk about that later. We've talked about Destiny a lot, but We Were Here. It's a co-op game, and
Yes.
you can only play it in co-op because the whole premise is that you and someone else are separated in different parts of a building and can communicate with a walkie-talkie. One person has to relay information to the other, and they help each other solve puzzles without actually seeing them.
Yeah.
And it's surprisingly fun. I actually bought the next 2 games after that because I like the free one so much.
Yeah, that's a great game. I remember I finished that like 2 weeks ago with Elena. That was really fun. I find it really interesting that there's so much told without really any dialogue. It's more
Yeah,
of
true.
like the surrounding area and what's like where you are. I mean, I know it gives you some backstory, but I think that's like their whole goal was, release a free game and then it's so good that it'll pull people like you, Jay, to buy the rest of the paid ones. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's so
and-
solid.
We Were Here Together is the 3rd one in the series. It is so good. Like
It actually is.
I thought the first one was good, but this one is like 5 times as good.
I
The puzzles
I'm interested
are
in that.
so much cooler. The music, I love the main theme. We were just listening to it right
Yeah,
before
that's
this
great.
podcast. Yeah, the theme of We Were Here is really good, and the whole level design is so much better than the free one.
It's smooth too.
You actually meet up a lot. Like you meet together, and then you split off and go to your different ways.
wait, how many?
And there are some puzzles where you actually have to like converge and see each other, and then split up again.
How many are there, or how many paid?
There's 2 paid and then 1 free. So there's We Were Here, then there's We Were Here 2, but it's spelled TOO.
Oh.
And then there's We Were Here Together.
So I'm curious: is there an overall overall story arc between all 3 of these?
no.
Okay.
If there is, I haven't noticed it. I know the first one, you're kind of stuck in this old mansion kind of place.
Right.
Yeah, one person's a librarian, one person's the explorer.
I don't know anything about We Were Here 2, but in We Were Here Together, you're actually in the Arctic.
Right.
And you get a distress signal and you go off to help them. And you just get into these different situations while looking for this person.
Right. And I want to say that I say this a lot, but because I'm not like an expert on, puzzle games. I mean, Chug, you know a lot more than I do on this
I love
stuff
'em.
because you play them. But I do know that when I play stuff like, Last of Us 2 had puzzles, the first one too. A lot of games that integrate puzzles. My main description on a good puzzle integration or good puzzle game is it's when they lay out basically all the variables, they give them to you, and then it's up to you to figure out how those variables go in order to solve the puzzle. I don't like games that have hidden things that you don't even know about. So like variables that you can't even put into your own equation. You know what I'm saying? Like what's interesting about We Were Here Together is that all those variables are still there. You see them, but they're split between two people, and it's up to your communication to put them together. That's what makes it so interesting and so, the puzzle's so satisfying. It's because, they give them all, they give all the variables to you, but if you don't mention something to, your friend, then that can throw you both completely off.
Yeah, there was one puzzle and We Were Here Together that Jay and I played, and he was inside this building.
Well, don't spoil anything, but
I know, but I'm just saying, we were
both in opposite buildings.
Yeah,
and there were tons of things that we were trying to figure out. And I actually got out pen and paper and I was writing down, okay, what do you have? What's on the floor here?
I'm talking about the bridge one.
Oh, there is that one too. Yeah.
There's one where I'm not going to spoil too much about this puzzle because it's a really cool one where there's a bridge and Jay's in this room with like a booklet and he's got to say exactly like certain things or else the bridge will fall and he'll die. That kind of thing.
Like you have to activate certain symbols at the right time. And it was really cool because I'm like, all right, I just pressed this button. Did it do anything? And he's like, yeah, this happened. And we're like, okay, so maybe if we press that button, then this will go. And we were just figuring it out without ever seeing the other person's screen. And to me, it was more satisfying than the free We Were Here. Like the puzzles are more complicated, but they feel more satisfying to complete.
Yeah, I definitely have to look into those. Although We Were Here Together is incredible for being free.
No, that's We
Were Here is free.
Oh, but yeah, I am surprised that game is free.
Oh, okay. I'm confused now. Okay, so We Were Here Together is also in the Arctic, right? Or like in a snow area?
No, that's the only Arctic one.
Okay, so we have,
I think I don't know about We Were Here
the other
too.
ones are in the snow because I remember in the first game, the free one.
You go outside.
You're in the Arctic, but you're not actually outside. Like in the cutscene before, you actually head to this building that's all broken down, and that's where you get split up.
So wait, all of them are in a snow area, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if there is. Well, no, there can't be. I don't know, because I'm thinking about how the free one ended. It almost seems like it can't be the same, like the connected story almost.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know. Maybe I'll have to look into that. Maybe there's a game theory on it.
Yeah. If people are looking for a co-op game, definitely try We Were Here Together.
Yeah.
Or We Were Here. I'm getting confused.
Yeah, I was confused the whole time.
It's so good.
I was looking at the theme that you guys sent.
Yeah, that's the newest paid one. The third one.
Oh man. Yeah, I was confused.
Yeah, We Were Here 2 is the second. We Were Here Together is the third. But the free one is just straight up We Were Here.
Yeah, also this is like another, like We Were Here is one of those free games that's like top of the list. I mean, it's like it's one of the top ones because it's so good. Another one that's actually, Jay, you were saying hidden gems, is SCP Secret Laboratory. So this one, it's surprisingly not that many people know about, is because actually I don't know why. I put it in my list and people were like,
if you think about it, it's like SCP is a widely known subject. But I don't think people are looking specifically for SCP games.
Yeah. So we made a podcast on this, but SCP is kind of like, let's see, how would you describe that? Like a Men in Black kind of esque thing. It's like a foundation that hides, or no, it's a foundation that keeps
supernatural and paranormal occurrences under wraps.
Yeah, occurrences, objects, creatures, stuff like that, and it's very loosely canon. I mean, it's basically, it's all
there's no canon.
It's community written, basically. I can go on the website now and write a SCP myself. Like I'll make one up.
I think you have to get approved to have it submitted.
Yeah,
though.
You do have to get approved.
There are contests they have where people write their SCPs. Like I know they had one for like SCP-5000 and stuff like that.
Yeah.
These big contests.
So the SCP Secret Laboratory game is a free game, and it's basically, it sets you in a laboratory or an SCP laboratory.
It gives you a random role.
Right, containment breach. And you can either spawn in as a D class, which are basically death row prisoners that are experimented on.
In SCP lore, the SCP Foundation takes prisoners who were bound to be executed and uses them to experiment with the different entities that live there. And they never actually survive. Like they as shown in the SCP Containment Breach game, they're promised that they'll be freed after they're done there, but it's shown later on that they're actually going to be executed no matter what.
Yeah.
And most likely will die at the hands of an SCP.
Right. So there's the D class you can spawn in as and play as, and your goal is obviously to escape. There's scientists you can spawn in as, and your goal is to escape as well. You can also spawn in as an SCP, which I think this is where the game really shines, is because you get to actively play as an SCP and hunt down everyone else. This is why it's so fun to play with friends. I actually pay for an SCP server. We haven't used it in a while, but we have in the past gotten a lot of people from our Discord server into that server, and it's just utter chaos.
There can be up to like 30 people in a server, right?
Yeah, 30, and then I think if you pay I don't know, it's not on the hosting site I went with, but some of them you can I think get even more. But it's a lot.
Wow. It really shines when you have a lot of people, though.
It
Definitely.
does.
Like if you have 10 people, it's fun, but it's not as fun as it could be.
Because it's different. Like whenever the more the people are, the more like SCPs spawn.
And the more crazy stuff that can happen. I mean, the community is hilarious.
Oh, I know.
Like
The intercom.
it's very
Sometimes the SCPs will just mess with the people because sometimes the dog will cooperate with random people.
yeah.
Well, the dog is the only one that can talk to people through in-game chat.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like a mimic
Just
feature.
it's different every single time.
Yeah. It's
But I streamed it a couple times, and there were like between 5 and 10 people who were playing, and I was kind of bored with it because I felt like it was the same thing every time. Like the SCP would just hunt down the few people and kill them, and that was it.
Yeah, you need a lot of people for that game.
If you have a lot of people, then you can actually all band together and actually take out the SCPs, and then it's a lot more fun.
And then when they respawn as like MTF or something, there's like a little army going in, and they can actually fight the SCPs.
Yeah. Or if
And
there's
then the people that, if you died by an SCP and you spawn as MTF, you can go hunt down that SCP that killed you before. Like, it's really cool.
and if you have more people, then there's spawned in Chaos members and MTF, which are against each other. So then you're all in the laboratory and you're fighting. Everyone's fighting the SCPs, plus MTF and Chaos are fighting each other, while Chaos is trying to get the D class to escape, and the MTF is trying to help the scientist. It's like
And the SCPs
chaos.
are trying to kill everyone.
It's awesome. That's a game that I actually never knew about until this year.
It was earlier this year. When we first started the podcast, we did an SCP one.
Yeah, with Brian.
Well, no, it was before that. It was like, that was one of our first games we played on our channel.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it was. Well, he did a guide.
I did a
how to play it in
guide,
5 minutes.
Which actually I
Yeah,
think
but we played it then, though. We played it.
my guide did pretty well. I think it's like one of the first ones that comes up on YouTube when you search how to play SCP.
Yeah.
And it's out of date now, apparently.
It is
I
out
keep
of-
seeing comments about that.
It is out of date, yeah. I'll probably have to make an updated one.
That's hard to do, though. If you make a guide when they're updating a game often and they change mechanics around.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen it done before. The only other, there's another guy that made a guide and he had millions of views, and he made a new one last year, 2020. But could just put 2021 in the title, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, SCP Secret Laboratory is awesome. Also, SCP Containment. No. What's that one coming out? Pandemic. It's not free and it's not out yet, but when it is out, it's free co-op.
It's supposedly coming out this month.
Oh, really?
Supposedly. If not, then next month. But the early access, not the full game, but the early access is going to have a lot of stuff in it.
4-player co-op, right?
Yep.
That's awesome.
and they're gonna have the servers open this time.
Oh, that was so annoying.
Because we got it a while ago thinking we could play with each other, and then we could have played
We
with
just
each
didn't
other,
figure it out.
but then we'd have to turn on like Hamachi, all that type of stuff. It's
Well, that's not a big deal. The problem was we couldn't get the server in our Steam library.
yeah.
It was supposed to come with the game, but it was glitched for some reason.
What else do we got on the list?
We could. Okay, I do want to mention Destiny 2 because as a game itself going free, like as a free game, it's actually insane.
Yeah.
Like there's actually so much content in it. If you don't get any of the DLCs, it's ridiculous.
I mean, that's because it was a paid game that went completely free to play. Well, not completely. You got to pay for expansions later on, but the entire main campaign that was originally $60 is free.
Actually, not only that, the Warmind one and the Osiris one are free too.
So that was another $30 DLC.
So in those two DLCs are free now.
But that's like what, 70, 80 hours of gameplay probably?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, probably
Maybe
more than that.
And you have what?
Because you have all the other things on Planet.
Crusade,
They
right?
have-
What's it? The multiplayer?
Crucible.
Oh, Crucible. You have that too, which is like a TDM, right?
Then you have the strikes that you could just play regular missions with your friends. You have the raids that we never got into because we never had like 8 people that played like nonstop all the time.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Like it's.
I played the first one.
I know we've bashed it in the past, or
No, we haven't bashed the game. We
just
bashed its move going free to play.
Yeah,
I mean, Chug,
Which, that's not always a bad thing.
yeah, you bought it, Chug, and so you were the most affected by it. I didn't
Yeah.
even. I honestly
I bought it too.
Oh, you
Yeah.
did?
Yep.
Oh.
yeah, but I bought the DLCs too for it.
I
after.
bought some of the DLCs.
Oh.
Oh, you did too. Okay.
That all the ones that I bought, probably close to $100 worth of content, they completely made it free to play and never gave us anything in return.
Forsaken isn't free though.
No, but I never bought Forsaken.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't. Oh, Forsaken is Cade 6.
Yeah,
I
you
did
bought
buy it.
Forsaken. Yeah,
You know what I did?
we
Wow.
played it together.
Wait.
Oh,
What's okay? So what's the other game that went free or is going free that gives people that paid it something?
that's Rocket League.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Rocket League went free to play, and they gave people all the old DLCs.
Like
Which
we have
was
like
pretty good.
30 something cars now, and we only had like 10.
See,
when
that's
we
the
had
way to do
before.
it.
And it's only $15 usually, right? 15 to 20.
It was around 20.
So $15 plus they gave everyone probably like $30 worth of DLC.
Yeah, something like
Maybe
that.
less than that. I don't know.
I think-
but still, like this small company did more for their player base than Bungie did.
That's what I was
With
going to
Destiny
say.
2.
That's a sterling example of why smaller developers are usually more generous and more dedicated to their consumer base than large
Oh,
companies.
you know what?
Oh,
Destiny
speaking of
2 should
large
have
company.
done though. Wait, but you could. Oh yeah, I want to say this
Yeah.
first. Destiny 2 should have given all future DLCs to people who bought the game.
That would be huge because all of the DLCs
would
are
be.
like $70 or like 60.
No, they're 40 each,
Oh,
but
okay.
you get the ultimate editions and it's like 80.
Oh.
I don't
Maybe
know
if they gave,
why, but
Maybe a
if
couple
they-
of them.
or even a discount, like a half off or something on DLCs.
Something.
At least something.
give them something
they,
because
they made no attempt.
they just screwed over everyone that had the game.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say, speaking of big companies, Ubisoft is doing the new Star Wars game.
Interesting.
In the middle. I'm in the middle.
In the middle,
I'm hesitant.
I'm on the opposite end. I'm like towards the negative side.
I'm just waiting to see how it turns out because I
At least
know
it's
that they
not
can
EA.
do good open world games.
At least it's not EA
Yeah, but you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna put it on UPlay.
and Epic Games.
Yeah,
Uplay.
they're gonna skip
Oh,
Steam.
I
They've
totally
been
forgot
putting
about
all of their
Uplay.
games on UPlay.
Ah, man. Dude,
That means Far Cry 6 will probably be on UPlay.
That's gonna be on Epic Games today.
Oh, is it?
why
All
Epic?
Uplay games, that are on the Uplay launcher go to Epic too.
Because Epic takes dramatically less commission from each sale.
Yeah, Steam's crazy with that, isn't it?
They take a lot, yeah.
That's what
But-
happens when you're at the top, I guess.
I know, but still, like, wouldn't you make more money when you buy from a platform that everyone wants? Like so many people boycott Epic
Yeah.
just because of that.
Ah, that's a shame. I honestly,
I don't
when
know
you
why
said
people
Uplay, it
would
took me a
boycott
couple minutes
Epic.
to figure out what that was.
Yeah.
Wait, what were you saying, Chad?
Ubisoft. No, I was saying I don't know why people would boycott Epic. I know because it has Fortnite on it, and it's not a great of a launcher. But the free games it gives you.
Yeah.
No, but Epic, apparently there are a lot of privacy issues, like selling data and stuff like that.
Oh, I see.
There's a lot of ethical issues with the company. Plus, they also were not going with Apple and Google Play to give them their money.
Oh, I remember.
Oh, yeah.
They were taking money, basically, so they got kicked
That
off
was a
the App
scummy
Store.
thing to do.
Yeah, it's just not a good company.
So here's what I'll say about like the whole launcher thing. I think, okay, so I like everything on Steam, but I think Epic is actually a really clean and smart design. It's just that I'm so loyal to Steam that I love the Steam
Yeah.
design, even though I'd say probably Epic is probably a more modern, clean design than Steam, but I just prefer Steam. So it's like everything other than Steam is just, I just don't want it.
It's
Yeah.
designed for simplicity,
Right.
which isn't always a good thing, considering gamers aren't exactly simple people. They like the bells and whistles.
Well, if you think about it, like if you go on Epic right now and you look, there it doesn't actually give you an option to do certain things. I mean, it gives you all this stuff like uninstall, auto update, but there's no like you can't what is the word?
Organize?
Organize your games at all. Like they're all just thrown in here into your library, and I have to actually scroll through my library to find it.
Oh, I see that. Apparently, I
Plus, they give out
Borderlands
so
2.
many free games that it clutters up your library, and you can't put them into folders or anything, right?
No. I want to put all the games I've paid for in a folder, and I can't because there's no folders. You can't filter. The only thing you can filter is by all or installed, stuff like that. Like,
I mean, I would choose Epic Games over Uplay any
oh,
day.
definitely.
Uplay is a disgusting launcher.
Okay, so
It's just gross.
apparently I have 5 hours and 55 minutes in Fortnite.
Excuse me?
I don't know, but hey, listen, I have a day and, 24, 27, 29.
Oh, did you know they only recently added the time you played to Epic?
Yeah, because people were
Oh, wow.
mad at them for it.
I have 30 hours
It's
in
so-
Rogue Company.
30 hours.
Wait, how many do I have?
I'm actually signing in. I'm gonna see.
I
how many
actually like
I have
Rogue Company.
I have a day and 8 hours, so I like around yours.
Yeah.
Caleb.
Rogue Company is actually another free game that's really fun, although it's only on Epic.
Yeah.
That game I got super competitive with.
Yeah, there are a lot of tryhards on there though.
We played that a lot when it first came out. We streamed it too.
Yeah, we did.
We streamed it a lot. I think we've streamed that more than any other game, besides maybe SCP.
Or Bean Battles.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've streamed Bean
We
Battles
probably
quite a bit.
Bean Battles is probably our most streamed game.
Which that's
We streamed
almost
it a
free.
lot.
It's less than $1.
Yeah. Basically, if you search your couch, you can find like 4 quarters and be able to
Yeah,
buy Bean
go
Battles.
to the Walmart parking lot and you'll find enough to buy Bean Battles.
I have like, how many hours do I have in Bean Battles? Out of curiosity.
I thought I had like
I have
something
20
like
Almost 26 hours.
15.
The funny thing is, wait, it's overwhelmingly positive. I didn't even
Bean
realize.
Battles?
Yeah.
Yeah. The funny thing is, Brian was like, JJ, you should get Bean Battles. And as a joke, I actually bought it. Like, I just bought it for the meme. And I started playing it, and I was like, this is actually fun. I actually like this. And everyone else got it, and we all love it now.
Yeah, this game's amazing.
Like, we were making fun of it, and that's why I bought it.
Top of the
But
list for
Casey
my...
Man, in one of his reviews, he says Bean Battles has got me a girlfriend. Thank you, Bean Battles.
Wait,
And
wait, wait.
Brian's.
Yeah, Brian's is hilarious.
This game changed my whole life. I used to be a loser with no friends and no girlfriend until I played Bean Battles. I immediately got a girlfriend from Bean Battles and got 5,750,000 pesos from the bank. I now live in Yemen with my wife and children and
Whoa.
finally bought a shed. Thank you, Bean Battles, for the amazing memories.
Oh my goodness. You'll find a
That's
lot of
awesome.
those on Bean Battles reviews.
But overwhelmingly positive.
This
Yeah,
game
it's
is
crazy.
amazing. It's incredible. I mean, it's not a free game, but like Jay said, it's practically free, 99 cents.
Yeah, you can sell a couple Steam cards and get that amount.
It's on sale right now for 49 cents until the 25th.
That's a
January.
steal right there.
I love bean battles.
Yeah.
The
But back to the Star Wars game.
yeah,
I don't know much about it, but I do know it's supposed to be open world.
Yes.
Do you know anything about it, Chuck?
Was it
I
supposed
have
to be
no
themed
nothing.
around someone?
I know nothing.
Like a Darth Vader or something? Did I hear that? Maybe I'm wrong.
Nobody even knows where it takes place.
a Darth Vader open
or
world
when it
game?
takes place.
I would doubt that.
No, yeah, Caleb. Nobody knows anything other than it's open world. They don't know
okay.
if what time period
Give
it takes
us the
place.
Old Republic.
I know. I want that so
that would be
bad.
awesome.
I've been waiting for that for so long. The people who did Game of Thrones were supposed to do 3 Old Republic movies, but they somehow lost that. Which I've never seen Game of Thrones, but it was widely acclaimed. So if they did movies based on the Old Republic, that it's kind of free range at that point.
Wait, they were supposed to
'Cause you
do
don't have to
movies or a
actually-
show?
They were supposed to do
movies.
a whole trilogy.
And
Old
they're not
Republic
doing it
movies.
anymore?
Disney
I
canned
think
it.
Disney just like
Why? Dude, the Old Republic
out
is
the window.
such a good place to start, especially after the whole botched new trilogy.
There's
Legit,
so
Elden
many
Ring's
things they
supposed to
could
come
do
out
with
this
it.
year.
Wait, what's that?
Elden Ring's supposed to come out this year, apparently.
Is it actually?
Apparently,
See, I don't know how I feel because I just know a teaser trailer from like 2 years ago.
yeah.
Movie
Um,
or
Elden Ring is by the maker of Dark Souls, the writer of Dark Souls, and the original writer of Game of Thrones, not the directors of the show.
yeah, I remember that. Okay. That's okay.
Yeah,
a-
George R.R. Martin.
Is that a game or a
And-
show?
It's a game.
It's a game called Elden Ring.
Hmm.
I don't know much about it, but they collaborated on the story, so I'm sure there's going to be some heavy lore behind it. And if they make the gameplay good, I'm sure it'll be a good game.
Huh.
Maybe like Bloodborne-ish.
Yeah, that's
Who
what
knows?
I still want to play through Bloodborne. Well, I got to play through Dark Souls first.
Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, Dark Souls 3, Red Dead.
I
2.
tried getting through Bloodborne.
What's that?
The 30 frames killed me. I just couldn't do it.
I think it was worse than that, to be honest, because we were playing on an older PS4, and I think the frame drops were worse than 30.
Yeah, it was really bad. I couldn't stand it.
Are they going to remaster that for PS5?
They already have it on there, but it's still 30 frames.
It's not remastered.
But
I don't think
I'm
it's
not
high up
sure.
on their list.
But it's possible that it might come out for PC in the future because
That would
they
be
have
nice.
talked about bringing some PS4 exclusives over,
Yeah.
like Horizon.
Sony
they already
needs to
brought
open
Horizon
up to that
over.
more. It's actually a restriction, I think.
I don't think that's Sony's part for Bloodborne. Oh, are you saying cross-platform?
No, I'm
Just
saying
anything.
they should open up, make it timed exclusives, make it a year, and then have it be able to be released on Steam.
That's really up to the developers, though. Like, in the case of Horizon Zero Dawn, they only made it for PS4, and then, 2 years later?
Well, not
Or
with
was it a year?
exclusives for Sony because Sony is partnered in the deal. So Sony pays, Sony only allows them to have it on PS4 because it's a, what do you call it?
Console exclusive.
Yeah, exclusive. It's like those agreements you sign when you work at a certain
Oh,
companies where
yeah.
you can't do anything else.
Yeah,
That's
pe-
related
wait,
to
what
that?
is it? People think that
Non-compete,
Horizon going
yeah.
to Steam was a marketing scheme.
Think what?
Not a
Think
scheme.
what going to Steam?
Horizon. Was a
Huh.
way of marketing for the new one.
Get PC players interested in the game so that they can buy a PS5 and play the second one
And play the second one.
because they're not
Yeah.
going to release that on Steam probably anytime soon.
I wouldn't say marketing scheme.
No, that's what
I'm
I
just
meant. I
happy
mean,
we got the game.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just saying it's a way of marketing to the PC players to try to get them into consoles.
Or it was to test the waters to see the reception of it on PC.
Yeah, but as you can see, they didn't really do a good job of launching it. But
Well, the launch wasn't great, and what launch was good in the last year or two?
true.
Was there any launch that was actually
Well, I think the
stellar?
Cold War was pretty
unoptimization
good.
was pretty bad.
Cold War was a good
No,
launch.
I'm not saying it wasn't bad. I'm saying, was there any launch for a huge game that wasn't met with criticism? Cyberpunk in
I think-
particular.
I think every game really is met with criticism. I mean, Cold War, it was a pretty solid release, although people didn't really like the multiplayer too much, or a good amount of people, not everyone. Because
I mean, Red Dead had a horrible launch on PC.
That was this year? Or no, last
that
year,
was
I mean?
last
That
year.
was late 2019.
Oh, 2019. Yes, 3 in recent memory: Cyberpunk, Red Dead, and Horizon Zero Dawn.
Doom Eternal had a good launch.
That one did, yeah.
Yeah, that did.
I feel like it's underrated.
It really is.
Like, you don't hear much about it.
Same with
The
the
first one got a lot more
2016
rep.
Doom. When, actually,
It
yeah,
did.
true. Yeah, you're right.
Now, this year was a weird year, so
Last
I
year.
can partially blame it on that. Oh, last year, yeah. Man, I keep forgetting. It's
Well,
already
there's some great games coming
halfway
out
through
this
the
year,
month.
so hopefully this is a good year for
This year looks a lot more
new-
promising,
new
honestly.
games.
Yeah. Wait,
I
there
hope
was a
Dying Light
game-
2 comes out this year.
what is it?
Just saying. Dying Light 2?
Let's not get into that tangent. We talked about
Yeah,
it last
yeah,
week.
yeah.
Hold
that's
on. No way. Wait.
What?
Warzone came out this year. I'm
No,
looking at a
last year.
list. It says
2020?
March 10th, 2020.
Huh.
I gotta,
Really?
I gotta confirm.
It's not
this.
even a year old?
No, what's funny is Dying Light 2 has a 4.2 out of 5 on GameStop.
That's impressive.
Dying
It's
Light-
not even
Wait,
released.
what?
How? How does GameStop rate it?
Yeah, Warzone did come out this year.
Last year.
That makes zero
No,
sense.
March 10th. I said this year. You're right.
Who was rating
Last
this game?
year. 2020. That's so confusing.
Actually, I see Portal Stories Mel on there. I actually want to talk to you guys about
Wait,
that.
what
for
is it?
A few minutes. Portal Stories Mel.
Wait, what's that?
I mean, you apparently didn't watch my VR or no, but yeah, my VR video, but I mentioned it in there. It's a mod. It's a community made mod that takes place before Portal 2 but after Portal 1. And it's a full-fledged game.
That Steam allowed to have it on there because it was so good.
Yeah. I played through it. I actually played through it with Jaden, even though like he was watching me play it and we played through it together. But it was really good. It was like it took me about 6 hours to beat. And there was voice acting. There was there were like all sorts. There was like a new portal gun that they gave the person, like a prototype portal gun or something.
Huh.
And it was a really good mod.
It's not just for VR?
No, it's not just for VR. They have a VR mode that you can play it.
You know, it's
in.
interesting that you say that because I recently saw a new complete new like Portal 2 mod game that's coming out.
Is that the one that you can change time? Portal, the portal one.
I'm trying. Let me.
There's 3 portals in that one, right? There's like there's the orange, then the
think
blue, then there's the green square portal.
It's called Reloaded, I think.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah. This looks really cool.
You
Coming
can
out in
literally
April.
change time. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna play that when that comes
That's gonna be
out.
free too, right? Because it's a mod. They can't really charge.
Yeah, they can't charge money for it.
That's all, we gotta
I don't
cover
think,
that.
I don't think Valve will ever make a Portal 3.
No, probably not.
Same with what are those
Half-Life.
zombie games? Well, Half-Life, yeah, definitely not. Left 4 Dead 3. People in people's minds, it's so legendary, the third game. They think it's going to be the best thing ever. And going back to nostalgia, they played Portal, or like the old Portal games and the old Half-Life games long time ago. So any new game is not going to live up to their expectations.
I feel like
Exactly.
Valve knows that, and that's why they're probably steering clear of it because they don't want that backlash of people that thinking that's going to be the greatest game ever, and then being disappointed because they overshot their expectations.
They see
Yeah,
all
that's
these
what I'm
games
saying.
letting people down,
So-
so they don't want to have to do it themselves.
They're allowing these mods because it kind of fills some of that gap without the criticism being on their shoulders.
And it gives them more of a reason to play their games, so they rebuy the older ones.
Yeah.
Can you get the mods without having the original game?
No, you can't.
Okay.
Because they
you
probably take
download-
the assets,
you
kind of like in
download them-
Gary's mod.
it's- For
Right.
the Portal Stories Mel, it's actually downloaded as a separate game. But the thing is, You have to own Portal 2 to play it.
Portal games are great.
They are.
Have you ever beat them?
I have.
When was that? I don't remember that.
Years ago.
Was that a long time ago?
Years
It's been a long time since I played them.
I played them like so long ago.
No, honestly, Portal Stories Mel could be like a DLC for Portal 2.
Yeah.
It's that good. So if you guys ever want to play a Portal game,
It is
play that
technically, well, it's free, but you do have to own the base game. But the base game's like, what, $2?
something like that, yeah.
Get
So-
the orange box or whatever.
Oh, no,
that,
it's,
Yeah,
my bad.
if you
$10.
yeah, but if you buy Portal 2, make sure to download all the community made mods that you can for it, especially Mel, because that one's amazing.
I might have to try that out.
I feel like we're kind of losing out on some of what Steam used to be. Like, the old games had tons of mod support in different communities that would make stuff for it.
Yeah.
These big AAA games that come out just don't have the same charm and the same replayability.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost like they're scared to add mod support in a way.
Yeah. Like, I know a certain Bethesda game got mod support like a long time after it was released. I forget what it was. It might have been like one of the Fallout games. But it's a weird mod support on Xbox. Because there's like a few mods they allow on there, and you have to scroll through the mods on there, and it's not like player made.
Oh, what?
Huh.
It's just weird.
The mod,
For console, I could see that. But
yeah.
when you're releasing a PC game, you should let the players' imaginations run.
Yeah.
Let them create what they want. Let them develop their own community around it.
The Steam mod community is very good. I like how they
It
manage their
really
mod.
is. It
Especially
really
with the
is.
workshop built in, that you can just go on there and subscribe to the items.
Yeah, it's really easy.
They make it so easy.
Let's see, what else do we got?
There's Quake Champions on there, which I haven't played that game in a long
The
time.
game is fun.
we played that when it first came out, didn't we?
Yeah.
Long time
Is
ago.
it free still?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always free now.
'Cause it's been a couple years since I played it. But when I did play it, I played it quite a bit because it was super fast paced.
It feels like
Very fast-paced.
it feels like a different version of the Doom 2016 multiplayer.
I remember
it's in
playing
the same
that.
engine, I think.
Wait, it has the same Doom engine?
Yeah.
It's by Bethesda.
Yeah,
Just
I remember.
saying, the Doom Eternal multiplayer sucks.
They even have the Doomslayer in there as one of the playable characters.
Right. Yeah, I remember. It's weird how they put it under the name Quake, though. That's very odd because it's so different from the original games.
I think it's similar to the original Quake multiplayers, though. Because I
don't-
was watching gameplay of some of the Quake multiplayers, and it looked very, very similar. But Quake Champions, that's their way of adding heroes or whatever,
Yeah.
new things for people to buy.
There's like
Yeah.
passes and all sorts of stuff in it, but it's a free game. Expect
I
it,
wonder if
so.
people still play this
I honestly don't know. I'm actually going to check Steam charts.
because it was a little too fast paced for me, but I can see this actually doing very well in the long run.
892 current players.
That's not bad.
That's active during the day, Eastern Standard
Yeah.
Time. That's pretty
24-hour peak is 895. All-time peak is 17,000. I feel like it deserves more than that.
Yeah, that's not the greatest. Wait, Wolfenstein was made by these guys?
Yeah.
Bethesda? Huh, I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Wolfenstein, those games are really good.
Bethesda's a massive company. They make so many. Didn't they make Dishonored too, right?
Skyrim, The Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
Prey.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
Evil
forgot
Within.
they made Prey.
Oh, Dishonored. Quake. Yeah, I remember. Let's see. Quake. Yeah, Quake 4. I remember seeing my dad play this. I never played it, but
There's
And,
a story to it, right?
yeah, they're all campaigns. I think there was one I played. It wasn't exactly a story game. It wasn't very well received either. Quake something. It was like only multiplayer.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not really familiar with that series.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Chug, you put the Old Republic on there?
I did, yeah.
I haven't played
See,
that.
I couldn't get into it.
It's an MMO.
And
yeah.
How many
The
hours
thing
you
about
got, Chuck?
MMOs. Oh,
I could check. Let me see.
the thing about MMOs is that they require so much commitment to them.
I played about 22 hours of it and I was done.
The entire goal of an MMO is to grind.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
For people who are busy, it's not good to get into those games.
Yeah.
I just
it,
don't
it
think-
was fun when I played it. But
Yeah, I mean, I know you had a lot of fun with it. For me, when I got into it, I know I put it on the list because it is very well received. Generally, mostly people that enjoy the grind, but for me, it just felt I don't know, it just didn't work. It's not that I don't like long payoffs, but
you need
it
an
just-
end.
Yeah, I need an end, but I also need some sight of like some sort of payoff. You know, I need like micro pay. I don't know how you say it, micro payoffs or something. Because it seemed
Yeah.
like you just. It
Like
seemed
little
like I
dopamine
start.
hits.
Yeah, it seemed like I started and I was like, wow, it's so huge, and it seems like the goal of getting to the place where you get to do like a lot of stuff is so far that I can't stick with this.
Yeah. You like a game that lasts a long time, but you don't want it to last too long.
Right.
I
You know
can
what's
see
weird
that,
for me?
yeah.
Most MMOs are free to play, but I couldn't find an MMO that I liked besides a mobile MMO called Order and Chaos Online,
Yeah.
which was it was by Gameloft, which they make a lot of clones of other games, and it was a clone of World of Warcraft pretty much. But I don't know what it was about that game, but it was really fun, and I can't find a game like it.
Huh.
Remember Blitz Brigade?
Yeah, that was
That game
TF2
was
clone.
that was so good. We were playing that on our tablets.
Brigade. Oh wait, I can't even say brigade.
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 I think you played it too, Caleb. I don't think you'll remember it though, unless you.
I
actually
know
liked
the
it.
name. But yeah, I don't. It does look a lot like TF2.
They also made clones of Call of Duty called Modern Combat, which
Oh,
was
so good.
actually
I remember-
really good.
Yeah, I
So
remember
good.
Modern Combat. Those were really good.
You
They
get it
had a
mixed up
good
with Mortal
multiplayer.
Kombat, you're like,
They had a story mode too, I think.
Yeah, they had a campaign. Both were really good. They were solid Call of Duty clones.
I liked 4 better because it didn't. Because to play the campaign, you got to use the energy and stuff like that.
Energy.
Yeah.
Oh, was that
They-
microtransactions?
Yeah.
yeah, 4 came out at the time where they actually released solid games without microtransactions.
And then mobile games went down the drain after that.
Oh my goodness. And now it's slowly bleeding into PC gaming, and you see a lot of that mobile transaction look.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Have you heard of the culling
The
and how horrible their multiplayer was?
Oh,
we were thinking about
wait.
getting it too.
Oh,
It might have been
yeah.
no. The Culling 1 shut down from lack of players. So because they had no players, they decided to release the Culling 2.
Wait,
And
is
then
that
the Culling
up?
2? I don't know if it's still up now, but I saw a video about it. Basically. Oh wait, I don't think it's available anymore.
Very
No, it's
negative
not.
on Steam.
What it would do was if you wanted to play a round of a battle royale, you had to pay for each round. You had to pay for tokens,
me?
and the token will let you play the game.
How much was each token?
I don't know, but it was something ridiculous.
Oh my
The
goodness.
Culling 2.
There are all very negative.
You got a 3 out
Wow.
of 10.
People are saying I'm seeing some people saying it's not even like the first one.
Huh.
Had to leave a review before it's gone.
2 days after launch, the Culling 2 has 2 players.
Oh my goodness. It's a shame
Yeah,
though, because I
someone did
remember
a video and they couldn't even find a match.
wow. The concept of the culling was really cool because I think that's when was this? Yeah, this is kind of when battle royales were somewhat new. 2017. I mean, that's when PUBG came out, I think, or maybe 2016. Forget.
Yeah, it was one of the first battle royales.
I remember a YouTuber
no one
playing this a
played
long
it.
time ago, and it looked really interesting. It was more of like a Hunger Games though, because I think you start out
Yeah.
in that ring, like the main
I mean,
ring.
battle
think.
royales are based off of Hunger Games anyway.
Right. Well,
That kind of
also
spawned the whole genre.
what is it? Is it a Korean movie? Battle royale.
So like that.
Huh. So that's what the whole name is based off of?
I think so. When did that come out? There was a Korean movie that 2012. It's called Battle Royale. It's I I want to say South Korean, but I'm not sure. But
I
yeah,
mean, who knows about North Korea? You never know what comes out of there.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Celebrate.
Celebrate. Oh, how about Sector's Edge? That's kind of one that came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've done a short on that video, and I've streamed it several times. It's a first-person shooter with destructible blocks, and you can build and destroy the blocks.
It's like if Minecraft was an FPS.
I also think it's cool because you can make preset structures and have them as like hotkeys. So let's say you wanted to make, like before a match, you'd make a like a window or something like that.
Mhm.
If you were to use, I mean, I never used it, but if you were to remember which hotkey it is and you remembered, to place it down, then you could place down like certain structures and build like whatever, competitive advantage that you can. So it's like an adaptive environment, basically.
Yeah, I never really got
cool.
into it a whole lot, but it was a really cool mechanic.
Yeah, that's actually. I wonder if that game's doing well.
I kind of
'Cause I
hope
don't-
so.
I don't really see too much.
They were adding new maps.
We've
Like,
played it
last
quite a
time
few
we
times
checked.
on stream, or at least I have. I've played it
played
with
it- I
subs a
played
few
it once.
times.
I don't know if I played it on stream. I don't think so. Seems like it seems like it's doing well. I'm excited to see where it
The
goes.
top review says you can see your legs when you look down.
That's the top review.
Yeah,
Oh
that's the most helpful review.
It's worth it. Let me download it.
Fun, unique, kept getting railgunned by a guy named Jared.
Still way better shooting mechanic than CS and Valorant. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I don't know why those games are so big.
Yeah, I can't.
Probably because they're
like,
so competitive.
In part, maybe the skins and all that.
yeah.
People get
Yeah.
addicted to getting skins.
I don't know about Valorant because, like, I mentioned before that I'm really into Rogue Company, or I was. I mean, I still would like to play it again, but that's a really solid game. But Valorant just feels, it just feels like CS:GO with a different skin.
But if
And
I had to
operators.
choose, I would choose Valorant over CS:GO though.
Yeah, probably.
Really?
I
Well,
mean,
I
it's got-
haven't played Valorant, so I don't know.
it does have the different operators or whatever you call them, heroes. So it does
Yeah.
change up the gameplay. So
CS:GO is so toxic.
It really is.
yeah, Valorant is also very long. I think someone mentioned that they added a shorter like match.
Yeah,
But that's free to play.
They have
Yeah,
what is
it is free to play.
Didn't
There's-
used to be.
the main in Valorant, the main what is it? Tournament thing, the main like game that you could play is like first to 14. And it's not like the matches are like 2 minutes each. They're like
Yeah,
they could be up to like 10 minutes.
it's very long.
Each round. And there's like you have to go if you get 13 to 13, that's a total of like 27 matches or rounds you need to play before the match ends.
It was crazy. I think I left one of the first times because I was like, "Wow, this is taking forever."
Then they have the smaller one, which is like first to 7 or something.
Yeah.
Which is a lot better.
I'm
Something
looking
that
at this game on Steam right now.
what
Um,
Valorant?
No, it's called Unrailed. You can play it for free until January 25th. Where you
I
basically,
own that.
it's a co-op game where you have to build a train track,
I own it.
but the graphic style is really cool.
Oh,
It's
I've seen
blocky.
this.
You own it?
Yeah, I've played it before.
It looks kind of fun.
It does. Look
Recent is
fun.
overwhelmingly positive.
Oh wow.
I literally found this in my library, like I do like
Kind of want
any
it.
random games
From Humble, probably.
from Humble. Like I just randomly find games in my library and I just
See,
try
I don't know
them.
what's happened with Humble lately because I haven't been impressed with any of their game bundles.
Their bundles suck now.
It's like a bundle of anime games.
Oh,
They used to
my.
have tons of really good ones.
They did.
Even
yeah.
the-
They're
their
pushing their
monthlies.
humble choice now.
Even their
What's
monthly
Humble
suck.
Choice?
Their monthly subscription where they give you a bunch of games.
It's not Humble Bundle anymore, Kilb. It's Humble Choice.
Oh
Well, no, there's humblebundle.com and they still have bundles, but the bundles aren't great. They put all their good games in Humble Choice.
And with Humble Choice, you don't get 3 games and then get 8 more at the end of the month. You have 3 choices from the 12 games they give you.
wow.
So instead of you getting 12 games, you get to choose 3 of them.
That sucks.
Still for $15, right?
Yeah, and it used to be 12, and they upped it, and they decreased the amount of games.
Wow. So they upped the wow. They
So-
They were
upped the
doing
price.
so well. Like, they
and
had such a good
decreased the
thing.
amount of content
Yeah.
you got from it. So it's like,
And most of the
That's-
games are these relatively unknown games that most people don't even play.
yeah, every month there was at least one good one. Like there's one month Dark Souls 3 was on there, and there was another one Black Ops 4 was on there. There was another one. It was actually crazy.
Hold
It
on.
had some
Did
good
you say
stuff.
Black Ops 4 was a good one?
You get it for $12, Kill.
I like that pause.
I wouldn't pay $12 for it.
Yeah, well, I got Black Ops 4 for the wrong reasons.
Same with Battlefield 5.
Same with Battlefield 5.
I got it for the multiplayer, and I was happy.
Let's just say
I
I
was
found my final battle royale that I'll probably ever be interested in. Warzone is definitely the best.
You've been obsessed, which is another free-to-play game. I'm surprised we didn't put it on the list.
Yes, so I've been absolutely engulfed in Warzone lately, mostly because I've actually been getting really good. I think last night I won another round, got 15 kills. I usually
Nice.
walk away with like 10,
But
15
Kill,
kills.
the reason you're doing really good is because you're engulfed in it. So it's like
Yeah.
it's like this cycle.
Yeah, well, I'd say it's even more, I get more satisfaction in this than I did back when we used to play PUBG. Like, I've got that PUBG craze, but even more so with Warzone.
Well, it's more satisfying to get kills.
Yeah, it's a lot more fast paced, and I mean, I don't know. It's like I wasn't this good at Warzone when we first started playing it back when it first came out. Like, and I guess in March 2020, which is weird because I thought it was before that. But I don't know. I'm crazy for Warzone. We'll see how long
We've
it
done a
lasts.
podcast about it. We've talked about it many, many times.
We definitely have, yeah.
But
But
if you're
that
looking
is
for a
another
free
free
game, that's hands down one of the best free games you can get.
You just need a good chunk of space for it though. It's only like 80 gigs. Like if you just download Warzone, but
Yeah.
like, I mean honestly, 80 gigs is still a lot for a
It
lot
is,
of people.
yeah.
So
But yeah, that's something I've been playing. Also, I see at the list we have Risk Global Domination, which I think not a lot of people know about, but it's really fun.
I've
know.
never played that.
You
Oh,
do-
actually, no,
you
I did.
have. You
I
have.
did, yeah. I didn't like it, to be honest.
I
I
love
actually
Risk.
enjoyed it.
I love Risk. We used to, Kessa, remember we used to play Risk Factions on the PS4.
Yeah.
Or was it PS3? I'm not sure.
But it might have been the PS3. Well, actually, I don't know.
It was like you could either be like the robot in charge of your robot
Yeah.
army or the cat in charge of the cat army or so. It was like this like take on Risk, but it was so fun.
Yeah. If you know what the board game Risk is, it's basically that, although it's actually really well done. You get to play with friends. You do have these weird things like tokens. That I think if you don't have enough, you can't play. But
Oh,
they give you so much at the start and so much during that I don't
You can
see that
you
ever
can
being
get
a problem.
tens of 20s of hours out of it. I wasn't gonna say
Yeah.
hundreds because I mean, unless you're really into
It depends
Risk.
on how much you like Risk, yeah.
my
and-
gripe
and-
personally was that the RNG was really annoying. And I know there are strategies in Risk, but that so much RNG kind of turned me off to it. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad game, but that's just me personally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that did happen. I know because there are different maps. You can do the normal world map, but then you can also do like Italy. Oh no, not Italy. What is it? It's a smaller. I don't know. They have different portions. Like sometimes they have like. They don't have states, do they?
I don't think there were states. Actually, maybe if it like zoned in on a certain area. I think there were smaller maps.
You couldn't actually go and zoom in.
I forget
Oh.
what exactly it included. Europe. I don't know, but
Everything but Antarctica.
yeah. So it was like a smaller. Oh, it was the Roman Empire, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Mini maps. Yeah.
Yeah, mini map, mini Roman Empire, and then I forget who got. I think I got a good RNG.
Brian and
Um,
I kept trying to keep Italy for ourselves.
Yeah,
I
everyone
don't know,
wanted the
I
boot.
played a few rounds with everyone, And I think there was one time where I had this really well-defended area, and someone just yeeted and took their little dinky army and killed all of my well-defended area. And I was like, how is this possible?
Well, because of the dice.
I know. But it's one of those things like you have a good setup and someone with good RNG can just come in and wipe you out.
What I don't like, the only thing I don't like about this Risk is the weird card system. So,
oh yeah,
that's how the original Risk worked, though.
Yeah, well, I guess, but I'll say the story. So one game, it was me, Chug, Brian, and I think Keenan or someone else, and so I dominated everything. Basically, I let everyone have one piece of land. I let everyone have one.
Everybody alive.
What?
You were keeping every little fief
alive.
Yeah, everyone. Well, I wanted everyone to have one little piece of land, and then they would just pay taxes, which you can't do that in a game, but. And then, so I let Brian have one piece of land. What I didn't know is he had like 6 cards saved up. Oh, no. Yeah, he had like 6 cards saved up. He used them, and then he had like a ton of soldiers in one place. He took over Chug, and then he got even more cards, and then he took over whoever else was there, Keenan or something. He got even more cards, and then he ended up taking my entire empire. I was like, Brian, I gave you a chance to live. Like, I gave you mercy. And you backstab me. Like, what even is this game? How do you have all those cards to be able to do that? But I don't know. Maybe
Risk is fun.
When it comes to strategy games for me, I like ones that there isn't RNG, but just you learn the mechanics and you know strategies.
Yeah.
The Battle of Polytopia, which was a mobile game that they went to Steam, but they added a lot for the Steam version. Just games like that I really like. I didn't like the dice rolling aspect.
Yeah, I can see that.
It is free, so take it.
It's more of like something
that
you aren't like super competitive with. You kind of just lay back and accept that the RNG is probably going to screw you over.
For me, though, games like that, I am competitive with. Like, I really love conquering games.
Yeah.
And I'm competitive with those.
What about Monopoly?
Monopoly is crazy.
That's how you destroy friendships.
Yep.
Monopoly, I don't think we've ever gotten so angry. Like
every game, it ends with people silent at each other.
Oh, you guys want to play Monopoly? We're like, yeah, sure. And then it ends up like people leaving the chat because they get so mad at each other.
We're all like
legit mad. I don't know what it is about that game.
Oh my goodness.
They're like, oh, I'm not gonna get mad.
Yeah. It's worse than Uno cards. Like Uno, you can actually have fun. You can take the take 4 cards.
Yeah.
But in Monopoly, it just turns people against each other.
It's funny though, because Sam was like always the person that would push it, and he was the one that got like super
mad the fastest. Yeah.
Monopoly's not free though.
No,
that was paid. I saw that they made a new Life game.
The Life 2.
Oh, Life 2, yeah.
Was that any good?
I'm not sure. We should look into it, but
we played that for one of our first videos. That's unlisted right now.
That.
Yeah.
Mostly positive.
We should honestly unlist them and see what happens.
I was curious about that.
Huh. Let's just you guys want to do that?
I was considering it. I was considering putting some of them in the Discord and seeing what people thought of them. Those videos took a long time to make though.
They did.
Because all 3 of us would play, either fully play through a game together, or we just play, like get a bunch of gameplay in a certain game like Sea of Thieves. And then we take all of our clips, kind of sync them up, and then find all the funny moments and cut those into the video.
Well, we could
just do a test. Consuming.
We could do a test to see.
Like we would be up super late till like 3 a.m. every night editing.
Yeah. Oof. I think we did pay someone to do it at one point.
Yeah.
But again,
that was before our channel started taking off.
Yeah. That was like not the best approach to reach the most people.
I still want to do more gameplay based stuff.
Yeah, like
people are asking for it. That's why people keep asking, when are you going to play Terraria for a video, or when are you going to do this? Like,
that must be on yours. I haven't seen that much.
People have been asking me.
Yeah, same with me too.
On Discord in particular.
Yeah, maybe. How's Spellbreak killed?
Spellbreak is fun, but I feel like having more people would be more fun for Spellbreak.
I've seen Jack Frags cover it.
Yeah, like I made that short, And then like maybe a few days later, they saw Jack Frank's video pop up, and it was like the same exact thing named as mine.
He copied
video.
you.
I was like, Jack Frank's copied me. But
He's like, thanks to Chug from Cubold Gaming.
yeah,
The thing about gameplay videos is the three of us aren't exactly the funniest people in the world, and we're not going to exaggerate that. We're not going to be fake about it.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, we have fun playing together, but we don't laugh every second of the video like some people do. Like, so
Yeah,
it wouldn't be
people
like
are
a
fake.
comedy. It wouldn't be a comedy focus. Like, maybe just general gameplay and having fun together. That's what we do when we play games anyway.
yeah, true.
People say that, though. They just say, I don't care what you play as long as you're having fun together.
Yeah, sure.
People like to watch that.
No, but what I was saying, Caleb, about Spellbreak, you don't have to spend too much time on it, but pretty much, it's a battle royale, but it's you choose a loadout going in, like what your base magic power is, if that
Mhm.
makes sense. Like you could either
Fire or
choose to be lightning, like you have a gauntlet in your left hand that's lightning, or you could change it to fire, or to gas, or to different elements, or to earth. And then while you're down, while you finally like drop in, you kind of choose the area you drop into, and you go and collect all these different. You can actually get another gauntlet. So if you pair up multiple types, like ammo, like element types, like if you have an electric on your left electric gauntlet and your water gauntlet on your right hand, you shoot the water gauntlet and you can electrocute it with your left gauntlet. And in different elemental builds, there's like tons of different stuff you could do.
That's really cool. Didn't you win your first round?
Yeah, I did. It was kind of easy. The people were kind of terrible, but
I saw one. The top review for this game on Steam is time to uninstall Epic Launcher.
yes.
I don't know. Are there any other games? Free games?
And there are some more on the list, but
I
I
don't
don't
know
really-
if these are
they're not-
talking about.
yeah, I don't really want to talk about those, but because
Yeah, those are-
we've mentioned them in the past.
Yeah, Rec Room is good. I mean, that's a free, what do you call it? Sandbox type game.
It reminds me of Roblox a lot, actually.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But I feel like it'd be more fun in VR because I used to play it in VR, and it was better.
Yeah, I could see it being more fun in VR.
Rocket League is also fun too.
Because like when you
But-
play mini games like disc golf or darts, you actually use the controller to throw that stuff.
Yeah, and not use your mouse.
When you play paintball, you actually hold the paintball gun.
It's really cool.
I feel like it's more optimized for VR.
Yeah. Yeah, Rocket League is also fun, although I'm very bad at it.
Yeah, I think we. I mean, I would say I was bad, but I've played more, so I probably
Yeah.
know more. But at the same time, I'm very rusty. So
Yeah.
it's like,
I know there's a huge, huge community around that game. Competitive players.
and people
too.
aren't mad about it going free either.
Well, I mean, they did it the right way. They gave people that had it before, they gave them DLC
Yeah.
and stuff. It's kind of like paying off people to shut up. No, that's the way to do it if you're going to go free to play, which I actually think, this is off topic, but I think PUBG should go free to play.
Yeah,
It
we've mentioned that a
should.
few times.
It really should.
If they're gonna do the microtransactions, they should go.
What is it, like $30? I mean, come on.
Did they at least drop it? Let me see.
No, still $29.99.
What?
Mixed reviews. What a shame, man. This game used to be so special to us.
It's
Oh,
got
well.
mixed reviews too. I mean,
Yeah. They're still updating it. I mean, they're keeping it alive. It's
still
still one of the
pretty-
most
it's-
played games.
it's still pretty up there on Twitch.
Hold on.
One
What is
friend
Brian's review?
recommends against this game. Wait, this game is straight up trash since the Chinese always seem to win.
That's what. That's Brian's review.
Okay, Brian.
Region lock
Um,
China.
People are
That's
still
all we-
saying that.
No,
Are they?
Oh,
I'm not sure.
I don't know. That used to dominate the reviews.
I want to see. I'm curious because I know that. I think it's still. Let's see. It's. Wow, 132,000 players playing an hour ago.
That's crazy.
It's still number 4 on Steam. Number
Hmm.
3 is Rust, which has been blowing up.
Yeah, it had its peak recently, last week, I think.
How are the Survivor passes very positive? That's kind of crazy.
I don't know.
Survivor Pass
Yeah, the battle pass.
for PUBG.
PUBG.
That's weird.
But yeah, I miss the old PUBG so much. I wish we had downloaded a version before it officially came out, so we could just like run around in it.
Run around. Yeah, before all the microtransactions and weird cringy dances.
When they had the clothes on the ground
Yeah,
in the pre-game lobby, where
just
everyone
like
would throw
just like
Molotovs.
download a version that won't be updated, like onto like a flash drive or something, and then eventually when the game finally like releases, like you can just plug it in and play like like it doesn't even matter if you kill anybody, you just go in and just explore with the old graphics and stuff. I don't know.
That'd be awesome if they made an update that's like we're going back, or like just going back to the roots.
Yeah, but
the
they're
roots
not
of the
doing
game.
that.
It's also very hard.
They're a
It's a hard game.
corporation now. They're not doing that.
Yeah, true.
PUBG
Very
Corpse.
Corpse? Dead
PUBG
corpse?
Corpse. But yeah, this is going to be our last podcast over Discord, so it'll be a lot more dynamic. I know it's harder over Discord because we can't see each other face to face, and it's harder to get into the flow of the conversation. So the next podcast should be a lot better. We may have issues because
Definitely.
we're just settling into our new place, but
Hopefully it'll sound a lot better too.
Definitely.
I hope so, yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
Thank you everyone for listening. We'll see you in the next episode.